The Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has the solutions for you. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. How could the Fed raising interest rates affect you? Federal Reserve is expected to increase its federal funds rate several times this year. Consumers don't pay the federal funds rate directly. It's how much financial institutions pay for overnight loans, but raising this rate can have a rippling effect throughout the economy. Here's a closer look at what might happen and how you could prepare or react. Debts could become more expensive when you're paying off a fixed rate loan, such as a personal, auto, or mortgage loan. Your interest rate won't change after you take out the loan. However, the rate on variable rate loans could rise with increasing Fed funds rate. If you have a credit card debt or a variable rate installment loan, you might see your personal interest rate and minimum monthly payments rise. Paying off your credit cards as quickly as possible could help you save on interest and may improve your FICO score. You could also look into transferring the debt to a new credit card with a 0% APR introductory offer and pay it down while you're not accruing interest, but consider the cost of a potential balance transfer fee and whether you'll actually come out ahead. You might also see rates for new fixed rate loans start to creep up, particularly for personal and auto loans. Mortgage rates aren't as directly tied to the Fed's. Easy for me to say today. They're not tied directly to the Fed funds rate, but mortgage rates have been rising. If you want to finance to a lower rate mortgage, you might also have to move quickly. Savings rates might not react as quickly. While borrowers may be paying more for their debt soon, savers might not see the rates on bank balances rise as quickly. Savings accounts rates are not tied to the Fed funds rate, and banks won't necessarily rush to increase how much interest they pay. Some banks may decide to keep their rates low until they feel competitive pressure decide they need to attract more depositors. If you're not earning much on your savings, well, you could look into high-yield checking and savings accounts. These pay higher rates, but often require you to meet certain requirements, such as using your credit card a certain number of times and signing up for electronic statements. Many savers are also purchasing I-bonds, a type of federal treasury bond that ties its interest rate to inflation. They're paying 7.12% as of early 2022, and you're guaranteed the rate for 6 months. It could be a good option for short and medium-term savings, especially if inflation rates don't fall. But read about the restrictions and requirements before purchasing a bond. Inflation and investment returns might slow down. Inflation rates have passed 7% for the first time since the 1980s, and you may have already noticed the rising costs of goods and services. Does that surprise anybody?
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
One reason the Fed increases its target fund rate is to bring down inflation by slowing down the economy. I think the economy might be slowing on its own. That's called stagflation, when you've got inflation rapidly increasing and the economy is stagnant. Investors may also notice that the rising rates lead to lower stock market returns. If businesses have to pay more interest when they borrow money to expand their business, they won't have as much profit for shareholders. Additionally, the decrease in demand for products and services by businesses and people could lead to lower prices. However, the change won't happen overnight, especially when supply chain disruptions are still causing problems. In the meantime, when you need to prepare your budget for higher costs, we don't want to do that. Good credit can help you get a lower rate. That's the whole idea. The Fed funds rate and interest rates can directly impact how much you have to pay for certain loans and how far your money will go. You don't have a lot of control over the rates. However, you can focus on your FICO score. Most lenders have a range of potential interest rates, and you could need good credit, excellent credit, to qualify for the best rates. Just throw that out there for you. That is the Your Credit Matters segment brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It's wrong. What are you doing about it?